How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. Born to battle. Stone just means we never sell. America's team through thick and thin. When the star shines bright, that's when we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the angry Cowboys fan and Cowboys Nation during Pro Bowl week, especially during the interviews that some of the talking heads and some of the content creators were giving to the players. There's a whole lot of tampering going on at the Pro Bowl. What do I mean by that? We're actually going to look at an interview from Pop from Clarence Hill Jr. from DLLS Cowboys with George Pickens, and I'm going to show you the tampering. Not only that, we're going to go into K Adams' Up and Adams podcast and show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and do that during this Raw and Uncut. Get ready for the angry Cowboys fans, Raw and Uncut.
Keeping it real, they keep it real, that's real.
All right, Cowboys Nation, you know I don't usually do this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this interview from Pop from Clarence Hill Jr. from the DLLS Cowboys podcast. He's interviewing George Pickens, as you see right there. And the thing is, you're going to see somebody come in. You're going to see somebody come in from the left side of your screen and act as if he's Suge Knight from Death Row Records. So let's go ahead and watch this.
The numbers you put up, could you even imagine what you've done?
I always knew my capability. I can imagine it, but as far
Look
as
at
like
his face.
God putting it in the best
Look at his
predicament for me and the guys.
Yo, look at Micah Parsons' face, yo. Look at his face. He's over there looking at Clarence Hill Jr. as if he's about to steal something from him. Like, what you talking about with my homie, bro? What you talking about? You trying to squash everything that I've been building this week? Bro, I tell you, the illegal tampering in this situation is off the chain. Green Bay Packers, you might want to talk to your boy, but let's go ahead and continue.
Steve, Ferg, everybody, I feel like it was definitely something special.
Look at his face.
You know, let's get to it. You got somebody behind
Look at his
you.
face.
You know, Jerry said
And I paused it when CeeDee Lamb came in.
You got Micah's money. You're going to get Micah's money because of
Okay, first and foremost, I will say this, Cowboys Nation. Clarence Hill Jr. said, you about to get Micah's money in front of Micah? Ooh, that was super messy, Clarence. Oh my goodness, what was you thinking? Damn, I'd be ready to swing if that was me, if I was Micah Parsons. But anyway, let's continue.
Micah's not there. They can pay you.
I mean, it's a very possibility. Everything in life is a possibility.
Look at CeeDee Lamb's face. Look at CeeDee Lamb's face. I didn't understand why he did that to begin with. I didn't understand it, Cowboys Nation. After watching the Up and Adams podcast, when she had CeeDee Lamb on there asking him questions, I understand it now. And I'm going to show y'all that a little bit later in this video, but let's go ahead and continue with this interview.
But we definitely
All right, CeeDee Lamb, beat it.
Micah Parsons, we definitely could have used his talents. We know he was in Dallas for a long time. He loved it. But all
He's still there.
Very high possibility.
The number.
Oops. Look at Micah Parsons over there. He was still there during the whole interview. But we are also going to go to the Up and Adams podcast where K Adams asked CeeDee Lamb about George Pickens. Let's go ahead and watch that real quick. All right, you see CeeDee Lamb on the K Adams Up and Adams podcast where she's going to ask him about George Pickens and pretty much keeping George Pickens on the team. The funny thing is that CeeDee Lamb is going to get into it and then it's gonna black out. And you'll see me on the bottom of the screen trying to look for where the next video is, where it stops blacking out and they actually come back to the interview, and they come back to the interview after he stops talking about George Pickens. But watch how he starts this out with players, and one player in particular, and this is why that picture of CeeDee Lamb looking in front of the camera with the DLLS Cowboys interview, this is why it's so pertinent and why it makes so much sense. Take a listen to CeeDee Lamb.
We got George Pickens, who I like the vibe there. You and him are for each other.
Right.
There's
Y'all
reverence
watch.
there. You have a great relationship. Are you doing, how much behind the scenes work are you doing to keep him there?
A lot.
Tell
a lot.
me.
Because everybody in my face is trying to recruit him while I'm standing right next.
Boom! And it's gone, Cowboys Nation. And it is gone. Y'all see down at the bottom. I'm trying to scroll to find some stuff, to find where the video begins again. But you also see the Up and Adams subscribe button down at the bottom right of the screen. That means that the feed is still up, that it's still going, that they just cut it out because of the illegal tampering that's happening.
And people to attend to at home, so they have their own little thing. As for us, we're obviously two young men in the league.
Look at that.
Want to thrive.
Look at that, Cowboys Nation. It pops up. It pops back up. The video feed pops back up once CeeDee Lamb is ending that segment about George Pickens. If this ain't legal tampering, then I don't know what is, Cowboys Nation. Not only this, but guess who Micah Parsons is going to have as a guest on the podcast that he said that he was going to quit in favor of focusing on football? He's going to have George Pickens on. So the illegal tampering continues, but let's go ahead and go back over to the station real quick. Yo, Green Bay, you might want to talk to your boy. You might want to talk to Micah Parsons going to the Pro Bowl and trying to be LeBron James and putting his hand over his face, just talking to the Dallas Cowboys players. Hey, won't you come on up to Green Bay? Ain't nothing in Green Bay but the Green Bay Packers and cheese. Other than that, ain't nothing else in Green Bay. George Pickens is fine where he is, and even if he doesn't stay a Dallas Cowboy, the last place I want him to go is the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Why? Hey, because I don't want you to flourish up there, Micah Parsons. Hey, I want you to get your bag because that's what you went up to Green Bay for. You wanted to go up there and get your bag, so go up there and get your bag, do what you do, but leave the Dallas Cowboys alone. Leave the Dallas Cowboys alone. Once you left for Green Bay, you were not a Dallas Cowboy anymore. The fans don't recognize you as the Dallas Cowboy player anymore. You are not going to be a player that is going to be in the Ring of Honor once you retire. It's just not going to happen. You may be in the Ring of Honor at the Green Bay Packers facility, but not as a Dallas Cowboy. So this illegal tampering that's happening, the NFL really needs to come in and see what's going on. If George Pickens somehow doesn't become a Dallas Cowboy this year and he goes and he becomes a Green Bay Packer, we want 5 of your next first-round picks. We already got 2. We want 5 more. But this is crazy, Cowboys Nation. The NFL is allowing players to just tamper with other players, trying to coerce them, invoke them, trying to talk them into coming to be a part of their team when they're in contract situations, especially in a contract situation the way George Pickens is. And I know for a fact that David Mulugeta as well as Micah Parsons are going to try to talk negatively about Jerry Jones and getting the deal done. Just like you heard Chad Ochocinco talking to everybody about how Jerry Jones is not going to get the deal done, how Jerry Jones treats his players. Just because Micah Parsons didn't get the deal done doesn't mean that George Pickens won't get the deal done with David Mulugeta. One reason is because George Pickens is going to involve David Mulugeta from the beginning, not the way Micah Parsons did. Micah Parsons thought that he could just walk in there and talk numbers, and then when David Mulugeta called him out on it, he's like, oh, I'm sorry. You got to talk to my agent now. Nah, man, that shit don't work that way. But real talk, they need to go ahead and go get their boy before they boy cost them some much needed first round picks, because y'all ain't got none for the next 2 years. You might want to put a leash on Micah Parsons. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. Cowboys Nation, I had to go off the cuff with this one. You know, I just saw that the illegal tampering was happening when I saw the Up and Adams podcast. I put 2 and 2 and 3 and 2 together, and it all made perfect sense. But what do you think about it? What do you think about Micah Parsons tampering with George Pickens? Y'all know how we do. We always talk about it in the comments section. If you're digging this content and you want to help the channel reach its current goal of 20,000 subscribers, drop a like on this video, share it with anybody that you know is a Dallas Cowboys fan, and if you're on your mobile device, make sure you hype this video. Doing so will almost guarantee that we'll get Cowboys fans over here. They'll become angry Cowboys fans and want to root on our Dallas Cowboys together. And if you are DC for life and you just wish that Micah Parsons would just ride off into the sunset and forget about the Dallas Cowboys, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I go live, release a video, podcast episode, or film breakdowns. And you can catch the Madden 26 and College Football 26 gameplay on the new channel, the Angry Cowboys Fan Gaming Channel. I'll put the link to that in the description. But like I said a few times in this video, Cowboys Nation, Green Bay, you might want to come get your boy. You might want to come get your boy. You might want to reel him in a little bit, put that leash on him, because if you don't, he's going to cost you some significant draft capital because of the illegal tampering that he's doing in the Pro Bowl. But this has been your man, the Angry Cowboys Fan, and I'm out. Dang, Angry Cowboys fan, you done made it through the entire video. But if you want more content, you can definitely go to this video right here. Or if you want the latest episode of the Angry Cowboys Fan Podcast, you can go right here. But whatever you do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel, but remain DC for life.